So did you guys ever hear of corporal punishment?
No.
Okay, corporal punishment is punishing the body. That's when people take something like a paddle like this. You ever see something like that? That looks kind of heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But children in 21 states, there were teachers who are allowed to use a paddle just like this to spank kids when they don't listen. Now let's see how big you are next to this. This is almost half your size, isn't it? Could you imagine being spanked with this? Kids your size get spanked with paddles just like this. How many of you think kids should get paddles in school if they're naughty?
Not me.
No. Who would you do if your teacher hit you?
I told you.
Stand up for myself.
I cried.
You would what?
Stand up for myself.
Stand up for yourself? You think she wouldn't hit you if you're standing up?
Yeah.
She would hit you or she wouldn't?
Oh, she wouldn't.
Okay. So let me just show you. This is what kids behinds look like. This is what they look like. Could you imagine going home from school looking like this? This is what they look like in the South when the teacher gets finished paddling them. And they're allowed to do this. Do you think it's okay for a teacher to make you look like this when you go home?
No.
No. Okay. So this is pretty heavy though, isn't it? Let's try that again. That's pretty heavy, huh? Yeah. Anybody want to get hit by that?
No.
Anybody think a child needs to be hit with this in order to listen?
No.
Okay. What do your teachers do when you kind of get out of line and don't listen in school?
Detention.
Detention.
Referrals.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go around one at a time, and I want you to tell me, when you're naughty, you're going to tell me what your teacher might do, okay? And it might not just be detention, it might be a variety of things. What does your teacher do when you're naughty?
She sends me to office.
We can't hear you. Take that out your mouth, please.
She sends me to detention or tell me to go to the office.
She doesn't hit you with something like this? She doesn't walk up to you and threaten to hit you with something like this? No? That's good. You feel safe in school?
Yeah.
Good. What if your teacher had this to hit you? Would you feel safe in school?
No.
Would you go to school?
No.
What would your mom do if you came home with stuff like this, you're behind looking like that?
She'll get mad and probably go to the teacher and yell at her.
Yeah.
She would do what?
Go to the teacher and yell at her.
Yeah. Okay, how about you? What if you're naughty in school?
I get detention or referral.
They don't go upside you behind with this? What if they did? What if she said, turn around, you're getting whacked because you weren't listening today?
I'll turn around.
Okay. What if you don't do your homework? Should we paddle you for not doing homework?
No.
What about failing a class?
No.
What about talking back to the teacher?
No.
No reason to hit you?
No.
All right. What about you? What do they do when you're naughty?
Either get yelled at or get sent to the office.
Sent to the office. Okay. So some kind of punishment. Do they hit you? Could you imagine your teacher coming at you like, excuse me, young lady? No. What would you do?
I would probably go home and tell my parents. I'll probably go home and tell my parents.
Okay. So you think your parents would say, oh, well, too bad. They would do something. Teachers are not allowed to hit you. What would you like to say to those kids who live in those states where teachers are allowed to hit them when they don't listen or do something the teacher doesn't like? What would you like to say?
Fight for your rights.
Yeah, they definitely do. To say that again.
Fight for your rights.
That's right. What would you like to say? Anybody else want to say something to those kids in the other states?
Like, it's messed up. If you, like, mess up, you shouldn't be hit. That's, like, wrong. It's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if a student messes up, what do you think a teacher should do besides hitting? What could they do?
They could, like, help them with their, like, mess-ups, and they don't have to beat them. That's just, like, wrong.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else have a comment on that? What do you have to say?
There's a peaceful way to solve every conflict.
Good. Could you say that louder?
There's a peaceful way to solve every conflict.
That's right. And do you think teachers should figure out those peaceful ways?
Yes.
Do you think they should be required? Tell me, if you did not behave in school, you're 16, do you know that you could be paddled in one of those states if that's where you live? Okay, so how would you feel if I did this to you in school? How would that feel on you?
I'd be mad and I'd just be embarrassed and I wouldn't want to come back to school.
Okay, so what do you think? What would kids feel if they had to come to school knowing they have this? Some kids have this hanging up in the front of the room. You know how you have your overhead screen and this is right there. How would you feel if you had to look at this every single day thinking that if you made a mistake, you're going to get, and then you're going to get those bruises that you saw in the picture? How would that make you feel every day going to school?
Scared. Scared.
Would you be thinking about math?
No.
Would you be thinking about English?
No.
What would you be thinking about?
That's paddling.
Paddling.
Being hit.
Yeah, if you might get hit, right? What if the teacher happens to like you, but doesn't like you? Would you be worried?
No.
How would you feel having to see her get hit? Would that make you feel okay since it's not you?
No.
You wouldn't want her to get hit either, would you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think they should do, those kids?
I think they should like start like something like a boycott or just stand up for their rights and let them know that they don't like it.
Yeah. Because that's not happening
As a
over
group.
here, right?
Yeah.
How about you, sir?
I think the parents should vote. I think it's not up to the kids, it's up to the parents. The parents should say something for their kids.
How about you? What would you want to say to kids who live in states where they're allowed to get hit like that?
I think they should stand up for themselves and not allow the teachers to handle it. That teachers will learn to solve everything peacefully and not solve everything with violence.
What would you say to kids in North Carolina and in the other 20 states who are allowed to get hit? You don't get hit in here in California, do you?
No.
Okay, so
Not even touched.
not even touch. Are they allowed to put their hand on your shoulder?
No, they're not.
Okay. So what would you say to kids in North Carolina who are being hit?
Stand up for your rights, keep your head up, tell your mom if they hit you, and let them vote for the rights not to let them hurt their children.
Very good. Thank you very much. How about you?
They shouldn't have to put up with it because we don't, and over here we don't get hit or touched or anything. So they should just stand up for their rights and vote or tell their mom or dad or police or something.
I think that they should form like a petition or something because it's not right that they get hit and we don't because it's like it's not authorized or anything. It shouldn't be allowed.
Right. Okay. So do you think those kids are probably going to turn out to be better citizens than you because they get hit and you don't? What might happen to kids when kids get hit? What do they usually end up wanting to do? They
Get out
learn
of
to
school.
what? They learn to do what?
Get out of school.
And they learn to hit others too, right?
Some of the others, I think they should fight back. Like, go to, like, the government of their place or something. Like, write letters to get that out of their school. It's messed up, and it hurts a lot.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you. How about you? What would you say to kids whose teachers are allowed to hit them? What would you tell those kids they should do about that?
Get in a big group or march.
Very good. Get in a big group or march. So you don't think kids have to be hit in order to behave? No. Okay. So what do you guys have to say to those teachers who are hitting kids? Do you have anything to say to them?
The hitting stops here. The hitting stops here. The hitting stops here.
My name is Nikki and I live in California and I don't get hit.
Very good.
My name is Stevie and I don't get hit in California, neither should you. The hitting stops here.
My name is Mario, and out here in California, the kids are not allowed to get hit, so neither should you.
Right on.
My name's Gabriel. I live in California. I don't get hit, either should you.
My name's Andrew. I live in California. I don't get hit, neither should you.
My name is Barry. I live in California. I don't get hit, and neither should you.
My name is Savannah and I live in California and I don't get hit and neither should you.
My name is Jordan, and I live here in California, and the teachers out here are not supposed to hit, and they don't hit out here, and you guys shouldn't be getting hit out there, so brothers just represent and don't get hit out there.
All right.
My name is Al. I live in California. Teachers are not allowed to hit out here. They shouldn't be allowed to hit out there. And brothers, y'all need to represent. Stand up for yourself.
So did that. You.
Not in California. You!